E3 2019 has just ended and it has left us with a whole bunch of new games to talk and discuss about. But first, if you managed to miss out this year's E3, fear not, I got you covered. Here is a quick summary of this year's E3. This year's E3 opened up with EA, and as tradition, EA's conference is pretty mundane. Apart from the new Star Wars game, which looks promising, the rest of the game titles were nothing special. The titles included Battlefield 5, FIFA 20, Madden NFL, and Sims 4. And they also hinted Season 2 of Apex Legends. Following EA's lackluster conference, we have Bethesda, which gave an even more lackluster performance. This year's Bethesda's E3 conference was more oriented towards mobile games, which included Elder Scrolls Legend, Commander Keen, and Elder Scrolls Blades. Apart from this, Bethesda announced a New Year update for the Fallout 76, and for all the fans that it had gathered, the new update would have human NPCs, branching storylines, and a whole bunch more. Apart from the New Year update, we had a Battle Royale mode included into the game. And the game was also put on free trial for a whole week. Surprisingly, very little was showed about Wolfenstein: The Youngblood, which was hyped to no end at the last year's E3. But we did get a good look at the new Doom Eternal, with more than 3 trailers and a collector's edition. 2 new IPs were showed at Bethesda's E3 conference, including Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop. Following Bethesda's E3 conference, we had Microsoft's Xbox conference, which had a horde of new and other games. It included Outer Worlds, Ori 2, Cyberpunk, Flight Simulator, Wasteland 3, 12 Minutes, Gears of War 5, Dying Light 2, Phantasy Star Online, Crossfire X, Tales of Arise, Elden Ring, and Halo Infinite. But despite having this sizable amount of games, no real gameplay was showed of any of them. Notable exceptions were Cyberpunk 2077 with Keanu Reeves in it, 12 Minutes, which is a new IP, Elden Ring, created by From Software and George R.R. Martin. Next up, we had a pretty boring PC gaming conference, having very few games show. The few memorable games were Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines 2, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Baldur's Gate 3, Borderlands 3, and Remnant from the Ashes. Shenmue 3 was also put on display, but received a huge backlash after it was revealed that it was an Epic Store exclusive. Following PC gaming, we had Ubisoft. Now, Ubisoft conferences have always been a joke, and it was no surprise that this year's Ubisoft E3 conference was nothing more. All the content showed in the Ubisoft conference was basically expansion packs for their already existing games, such as Ghost Recon, For Honor, and The Division 2. The only notable exception was Watch Dogs Legion, which showed promise, as it takes a brand new and fresh approach to the Watch Dogs world and series. Another game that showed promise was Gods and Monsters, which was being made by Assassin's Creed Odyssey's creators. Next conference was that of Square Enix. Square Enix came in with a Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay trailer, showcasing all the different mechanics, combat style, and characters that you can play in the game. Following this, a Final Fantasy VIII Remastered reveal trailer was also shown, revealing 2019 as its year of release. Other notable games were Dragon Quest Builders 2, The Last Remnant Remastered, Trials of Mana, and Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Lastly, we had Nintendo, which came in to save the day. All of the other gaming studios forgot what gamers demanded from E3, and that is gameplay, not trailers. Nintendo came in with gameplay trailers for all of their upcoming releases. This includes Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which is a remaster of the original game back on the Nintendo. And finally, to close off the day, we had a reveal of the sequel to the highly and critically acclaimed game, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. No doubt, Nintendo stole the show and wiped the floor with their amazing lineup of games and gameplay that they showed. Well guys, this is basically the summary of this year's E3. It was sad not to see Sony at this year's E3, but I hope that this does not become a trend, and I hope that in the next year we see all of these gaming studios at the E3 venue. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more things E3.